Hey, this is Kendall Crawford, and I am a parent right here at Hoover Middle School. Not only am I a parent, but I'm also part of our Partners in Ed as I work for 93.5 The Mix. Now, this video is basically going to tell you exactly why, as parents, we need to be a vital process of our children's education. And during the middle school years, let's be honest, it's pretty tough. They don't want to let us in, but it's our job and our goal to get inside and find out what's going on with our children and their education, because we're here to help them out and see them succeed. So you're going to hear from a few parents today as to why it's so vital in being a part of their education.
I'm Amy Birch. My daughter, Karis Birch, is a 7th grader. She is our 5th child to go through Hoover. I think we had 1 year break from Hoover. I have loved being here, and so I've learned a lot. I've had a lot of teachers that are mentors to me as a parent. I think the biggest advice, this would have been from our oldest child. I had a teacher who ended up being her gymnastics coach. She had gotten some bad grades. And the biggest piece of advice that I could give to anybody, and we are going to take her out of her gymnastics because of these bad grades, he says, you never take away a positive. Find out what's really going on. And what ended up going on was she was being peer pressured not to turn in her homework because she was a good student. She got A's, and so all of a sudden she was being peer pressured. Well, why are you doing that? So we had to work through her standing up for herself, and that's not the person she wanted to be or we wanted her to be, but that was the biggest piece of advice.
Hi, my name is Shayla Love, and I have a 6th grader here at Hoover, and I have a 7th grader here at Hoover. For me, the most important thing is to know exactly what's going on in school so that I can help them at home. I feel like the curriculum is changing so fast now, and it's changed so much from when we were in school. The kids are learning different ways, Common Core, and I sometimes have to teach myself how to understand and do that for me to be able to help them understand and do it.
So my role as a parent is not just my role, but the role of myself and my wife is to check in with my child. You know, I have a 6th grader, so it's very new to me here at the middle school level. I'm used to K through 5, but 6th grade is a whole new ball of wax. And as a parent, as a father, it's my goal to stay actively involved with my daughter who's here at school and find out what's going on with everything, because without that communication line, I'm kind of out of the loop. Unless I'm checking the emails, I'm reading the emails that come home from the school, which are a daily basis, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. But I won't get the gist unless I actually sit down and talk with my daughter on a daily basis. And we find time at home to do that. Even if it's right before bedtime, we're sitting down, we're discussing exactly what happened through the day and what it is that I might be able to help her with, so she can further and better in what she's doing here at school.
The biggest thing I can advise is be a witness to what your child is doing. Go to their programs, be involved, listen to them, take them places, be the driver with their friends, because they chat around you and you can really find out what's going on in the school. Be that parent that steps up and ask them how their day is. Try not to ask yes and no answers, but why and what did you learn today? If they have a bad day at school, try to get them involved in something else. My children have been involved in sports, inside school, outside of school, so if they have a bad day in the classroom, it doesn't define them. They can still end on a good note.
I stay involved with my kids by checking their planners and their Chromebooks on a regular basis. We do sit down each night and we work on homework together. It's been a little bit of a struggle for us at times when the homework doesn't come home. Typically keep in contact with the parents with the teachers on a regular basis is what I do.
With what we do is, we have that sit down and we talk about the good and the bad. It's not just a, hey, how was your day? And then it's a blanketed statement and we're done, but it's a, hey, tell me one good thing and one bad thing that happened today. Because let's be honest, it's not always 100% where good golden. Things happen in life, and then we discuss that, like what can we do to make changes and how we can better that situation for the next time. And I think that's really key for us to have that little moment, that sit down. And we do that after our youngers have gone to bed too. So there's no distractions, and we have that connection, that one-on-one time. And I tell you what, it's priceless.
The biggest thing I think, my mother was a teacher, so I do have a little bit of the teacher side. I try to teach my children that you can learn from any teacher, whether they like their teacher, don't like their teacher. You can take away something from your teacher and learn. And I only reach out when my children think I need to get involved. I really try to let them handle. I watch Infinite Campus, and if I see there's something going on, I'm like, do I need to step in? Do I need to find out what's going on? Are you missing material and you're too afraid to ask? And I try to let them handle it up to a point until they think I need to get involved, because I want them to talk to their teachers. And it's hard, and it's hard with different children and how you navigate what you're going to do and how soon you get involved.
And I think that this is where parents really need to be involved with their kids to know what's going on. Is there's such a disrespect in today's age with children. It's just a different way that the community and society has grown over the years. And I try to tell my kids all the time, we never got 2 or 3 times to redo our test. We didn't get extra credit like you guys get it. We didn't get extra points.
People who have not checked out Infinite Campus, that is your go-to for everything, because I will promise you that if you ask if assignments are turned in, you can go to Infinite Campus and find out. So they may tell you yes, but you take a look, and not so much. But we're really good with that, and so that really helps us.
So that's usually the first thing that I ask them is, what did you have for lunch? Secondly is, what did you do today? What did you learn? Tell me something new that you didn't know that you learned today. Tell me something nice you've done for someone. These are all conversations that we typically have at our dinner table at night. We sit and eat as a family, and that's a big important part, because with me having 2 middle schoolers here, usually somebody's tattling on the other one. So, one will see one in the hallway and they'll come home and tell me something. This one hiked his pants up, or this one did that, or one was talking to a boy. And so these are good conversations that come out, but it also lets me know that they're at school, they're learning, they're communicating with their peers, and they're not just goofing off because they know that they have siblings here that are watching over them.
As a parent, being able to support teachers is huge. Whether it's just offering up a service, spending a little bit of your time to help them is really key. Really, the gist of it is, if you're active, that will help the teachers out. Come in, volunteer, do a little bit of something. Join the Lighthouse Committee. I'm active here. I'm active at the elementary level as well. I'm just always going. And maybe that's people know that I just don't say no. But I like to be social with people. And the kids, I think, enjoy it equally. When you get somebody that comes into a classroom that is not a normal, kids enjoy that. And I think sometimes they may try to show off a little bit, but in a good sense, because they're showing off the abilities that they have to achieve greatness.
For me, I have 6 children altogether. So I have 2 that have already passed through high school, and now I have 2 in middle school, and I have 2 yet to begin. So through trial and error throughout all the years of me having these children in school, I have come to the conclusion that I'm always going to take the teacher's side. The teacher's always right. They spend so much time with our kids during the day when we're gone at work, and I cannot have my children being the disruptive child in class because they're taking away from other kids. The classes are now larger, the schools, some of them are overpopulated, and so anything that the teachers say as far as what my kids have done or what they're not doing, I'm totally on board to fix that. I feel like they're taking away from someone else's child from learning. And that does not sit well with me as a parent at all. So if they're doing something in school that they're not supposed to be doing. Everybody here knows me pretty well, and I'm right here. I will come up here. I follow my kid around to every class. I've been in 6th grade math and science this semester. I've been to band and orchestra. I've been at the lunch table doing homework assignments because my student chose that they didn't want to do their homework when they were supposed to. But I'm 100% supportive of anything that the teachers have out there for him and her. I also reach out to them on a regular basis to ask to see what we can do at home to keep him on track, to keep both of them on track, and to make sure that if they are behind, we can get them caught up to where they need to be. I don't expect them to be able to learn everything that the teachers are trying to teach to them in the limited amount of time that they're at school.
I think having a 7th grader, by far for me, through all 5 children, 7th grade has been the hardest. 6th grade, they're scared coming in. They're going to follow the rules, don't rock the boat, do their homework. That's been my experience with my children. 7th grade, all of a sudden, we're like, I'm not so sure I want to follow the rules anymore. And you have to set boundaries and know what they're doing. For me, it's staying energized to parent the 5th child the way I parented the 1st child. Also realizing that maybe I was a little bit too hard on number 1 and it wasn't such a big deal. And just middle school is hard. They're changing their minds, their bodies, trying to figure out who they are, and realizing friends who they were friends with their entire life aren't their peer groups anymore, and finding a new peer group is so important.
The only thing that I could say in closing is I know that today's society is a lot different from what it used to be. There's a lot of non-traditional families, and I think that plays a big role in education nowadays. And unfortunately, we have a lot of blended families as well. And the only thing that I could tell others is if you are in a situation such as that, because I do experience that in my household, both sides of the family have to be on the same page. You both have to be involved, even if it's just for the kids' sake. You have to know what's going on in the kids' schools. You have to know what type of curriculum they're learning at this point in time. And you all have to come together to be a support system of one. One person can't be the discipliner. One person can't let the kids stay up until 11 o'clock on a school night playing video games. It's just not going to work. It's going to be a fail. And I mean, this is the future of the children. So you definitely need to make sure that you're doing whatever you can to support your child so that they become successful.
So I appreciate you taking some time to watch this video. And what's really important is your involvement with your child's education right here in middle school. And so what I implore you to do 100% is get involved right here. And there's so many different ways that you can do that. You can join the Lighthouse, but here's the key. You can't do it if you don't know how to. So you can contact the office or check this one out. Right here, check this website out. You go there, that's where all of the information is. So you've got the tools in your fingertips, either online or call the office today and join us in imploring our own children in furthering their education. Thanks for watching.